I'm going to show you how to make the graph for the Osmosis lab data. So this is our class data that we use to find the averages. I've just removed that data from here, but it's right here in this area. So we have the 5 different sugar solutions or sucrose solutions that we used, and the average of our percent change in mass for our 7 groups. So to make the graph to go with this, we're going to highlight that data. We're going to choose Insert, Chart, and we get this chart. This is obviously not what we're looking for. This is a bar graph, graphing those 2 different values. We need a scatter plot. So we go over to the chart editor side of the screen. For chart type, we click on column and then scroll down and find scatter plot. And we look at our data, make sure this is showing us what we want. So at 0 sugar concentration, the average percent change in mass is a positive 16.74. So these data points look like we've got it correct. So since we set it up nicely like this table, the graph was able to be created just the way we want it. So now this graph is missing a title and axis labels, so we're going to go to the Customize tab. And underneath Customize, there's all the options that you can do if you want to change the color and background and all that. So chart and axis titles, we'll start there, click there. Where it says Type, click on that and choose Chart Title. So for this one, this would be Graph 1. This would be Change in Potato Mass in Different Sucrose Solutions. So that would be our title. It's not creative, but it's accurate. And then we go to Type. Again, we want to name our horizontal axis or our x-axis. So that's going to be our concentration of sucrose solutions, and include M for molarity. That's our units. And then we want to do our vertical axis. So we click again. Our vertical axis will be percent change in mass. Okay. All right, so then that's our data. Those are our axis labels. Next thing we need is we need to add the trend line. So you can close out of the chart and axis titles tab and click on series. If you look down under the options for series, you're going to choose trend line. And then under the options for trend line, we want to use a linear trend line. You can have other types of choices there. But we want to add the label for the equation. So there's our equation. It pops it right up on the side over here. And that's the equation that we'll use to solve for the value or the x value when the potato would not be gaining or losing any mass. So then you have this graph. Now that you've created a graph, you can just click anywhere in the background of the graph, and if you right click, let's see, we're going to copy the chart. So I clicked on those 3 dots. I'm going to click copy chart, and then I'd go over to my lab report and copy this into my lab. Okay, edit and paste. And you can choose it to link it to the spreadsheet or not. And there it goes. So just copy and paste your graph from your spreadsheet into your lab report. You already have access to this graph from the data I shared with you. You need to go through this same process with the data for your second set of data collection, your second vegetable.